In this video clip, I'm going to be demonstrating how you will determine the amount of an annuity. And in this question, I have an example that you're depositing $450 at the end of each quarter for 1.5 years into an investment account that will earn 10% per year compounded quarterly. Now, because you're looking for the amount of the annuity, what it's going to be worth 1.5 years after you've begun depositing these amounts, you're going to use this equation here, which is determining the amount of the annuity sometime in the future. You have the variables R and I and N, which you must put into the equation to substitute. So for you to do that, you have to figure out what those values are. R is the regular deposits. What are you putting into the account? And you are depositing $450 every 3 months or quarterly, so 4 times a year. I is the interest rate at each compounding period, and it's 10% for the whole year, so 0.1 divided by 4, because you're dividing the year into 4 parts. And N is the total number of times that you're going to be compounding, which is 4 times a year for 1.5 years. So the value of N is going to be 6. You substitute those values into the equation and you start solving for A. So you have your $450 where the R is, and in the brackets you have 1 plus I is 0.1 divided by 4, and that's all raised to the power of N, which is 6. And then you will subtract the 1 and divide all that by I, which is 0.1 divided by 4. And as you go through solving, you find that you work with the brackets first. So 1 plus 0.1 divided by 4 works out to 1.1596. You're going to subtract 1 from that and then divide all that by 0.1 divided by 4. So we have a value of A equal to 71.86 divided by I, which is 0.1 over 4, and that equals $2,874.48. This is the amount of your annuity, what it will be worth 1.5 years after you've started depositing. But if you look at your deposits, you've only been putting in $450. And you've done that 4 times a year for 1.5 years. So in total, you've only deposited $2,700 into this account. But as you can see, it's worth $2,874.48. And where that difference comes in is in the amount of the interest. You've earned interest on your deposit. So the value of the interest, you will subtract these two values here, and you'll get the amount of interest that you earned on your money. So the interest that you earned in 1.5 years on your deposits is $174.48. And this is how you'll calculate the amount, the value of your annuity, and your interest.